In this video, we have some of the most powerful off-road vehicles: the Land Cruiser, Mercedes, Toyota Hilux, Toyota Prado, and Range Rover. Today, we are going to test these vehicles in 3 extreme challenges. First, the Surviving Challenge, where we see which vehicle can survive the toughest conditions. Next, the Rollover Challenge, to check stability and safety. And finally, the Power Test, to find out which vehicle has the strongest performance. First, we start with the legendary Land Cruiser in the Survival Challenge. This vehicle is known for its strength, durability, and powerful off-road performance. Let's see if it can survive this extreme test. The Land Cruiser pushes through the challenge with great stability and control, and in the end, the Land Cruiser successfully. Next, it's the Toyota Hilux in the Survival Challenge. The Hilux starts the test with high speed and strong momentum, but the impact is too powerful for the vehicle. The truck loses control and gets completely destroyed in the crash. Unfortunately, the Toyota Hilux fails the Survival Challenge. Next is the Mercedes G-Wagon in the Survival Challenge. At first, the G-Wagon keeps excellent control and stability. It handles the test very well in the beginning, but in the final moments, it suddenly loses control and crashes. Sadly, the G-Wagon also fails the Survival Challenge. Next comes the Range Rover in the Survival Challenge. At the start, it shows decent stability and control. For a moment, it looks like the Range Rover might survive the test, but in the final moments, the impact is too strong. The vehicle completely breaks apart and fails the challenge. Next is the Toyota Prado in the Survival Challenge. At the beginning, the Prado shows very good stability and control. It looks strong and handles the test quite well, but in the final moments, it suddenly crashes very badly. Unfortunately, the Toyota Prado also failed. Now it's time for the Land Cruiser in the Rollover Test. The vehicle rolls over 3 times during the challenge. Even after multiple rollovers, it still shows strong durability. Next, the Toyota Hilux in the Rollover Test. It rolls over twice and takes about 20% damage. The Prado rolls over 6 times, taking heavy damage of about 80%. Next is the Mercedes G-Wagon in the Rollover Test. The G-Wagon rolls over multiple times. Despite its strong build, it takes significant damage and struggles to stay intact. Next is the Land Cruiser in the Power Test. It tries to show its full strength and performance, but despite its power, it fails to deliver and cannot complete the test. Now it's the Range Rover in the Power Test. Despite its reputation for strength, it struggles under the challenge. The vehicle cannot deliver full power and unfortunately fails the test. Next up is the Mercedes G-Wagon in the Power Test. The G-Wagon shows impressive strength and performance throughout the challenge. It handles the test with ease and successfully passes, proving its power. Now it's the Toyota Hilux in the Power Test. The Hilux starts strong, showing its engine power and momentum. It struggles through the challenge, pushing its limits at every moment. Despite its efforts, the Hilux cannot maintain full performance. Unfortunately, it fails the Power Test and is unable to complete the challenge successfully. Next is the Toyota Prado in the Power Test. The Prado starts off with good momentum and shows its engine strength. It tackles the challenge with effort, trying to push through every obstacle. However, it cannot sustain full power throughout the test. Unfortunately, the Prado fails the Power Test and cannot complete the challenge.